It's forced us to think about how we interact on a day-to-day basis. We have limitations with the number of kids in the locker room. We're having mandatory masks all the time until they start playing. We're celebrations even after goals. We're trying to mute the physical contact that happens with those. So it's had a pretty big impact on our day-to-day interactions and on a lot of the things that we've done, as normal things over the last 10 to 12 years. But the girls are doing a great job adjusting to it and working through those protocols for us. I think all we can do as coaches is encourage our players to be smart when they're away from the field, know who they're around, and when they're in those environments, try to be socially distanced, keep your masks on, all the things that we encourage them to do here when there's adults who are helping remind them. We need them to do those things at home and keep themselves safe so that, one, we can continue a season, and two, we can keep the season going with as big a roster as possible. We kept a few more players this year than we traditionally have, so we have some roster flexibility. For those kids, on an individual level, we're trying to keep them connected to the program by FaceTiming them into things, trading text messages, make sure they understand how much they're missed and how much we want them to be back. And then when they get back, we kind of make it a big deal and a celebration for them to come back and be a part of it again. So we're really trying to keep them involved during the process of quarantine. Well, we certainly don't have big crowds, just like all of the sports. It's not been the same without our fans. I know, one, we have just amazing fan support, and we love when our students and our fans are able to get out and watch games. But our parents have done a really, really great job of trying to make the environment and the atmosphere as strong and as positive as possible. And I think it's just been great for the girls to get out and play with each other, and through this process they've almost become their own biggest fans and have kind of replaced some of that energy that comes from our student section typically. But it's definitely not the same without them. Our athletic department has done a great job of putting together guidelines and protocols that they're following. They send them to the visitors a couple days in advance, and I'm sure there's some back and forth question and answer dialogue that goes on there. And when we host other teams, we're kind of taking responsibility for our players and our fans. And our athletic department is just laying the guidelines out for our visitors, and it has done a tremendous job in doing so.